Part 4. Okay. Glitches. I see glitches in the ether. And that's the only way I can describe it, really. Glitches. Like a tear in the fabric of reality, or some sort of malfunction in the illusion, a temporary one. They manifest in all sorts of different ways. Sometimes it will look literally mechanical, like a glug, and it won't make that noise, but I'm just trying to convey to you some sort of sense of a mechanical glitch, like a words are failing me. Words really are failing me. I've seen these glitches all my life, but again, it's becoming a lot more frequent. More often than not, it will happen out the corner of my eye, but sometimes it will happen in the centre of my vision. I'm desperately trying to think of a better way to explain this. We'll come back to that at some point. I'm sure I'll have a better way of describing that in the future. Okay, another thing that I see quite a lot. I used to see this a lot during my teenage years. My old friends, if any of them are watching, might actually remember this. Sean, Jemai, Joby, you might remember me talking about this, my friends. It used to happen a lot when I was driving. Now it just seems to happen randomly, to be honest. Anyway, it's a black and white swirling tunnel that appears usually in the top right hand corner of my vision. It can appear in different places, but more often than not it appears in the top right hand corner, or sometimes more to the middle, but rarely over to the left. It nearly always seems to be on the right of my vision, and it's this black and white swirling tunnel. Now it's not really clear. It's vague, it's ethereal. It kind of blends in with the static that I see, almost. And it's this black and white swirling tunnel. Weird stuff. Chill just went down my spine as I said that. That's when I know I'm onto something, man. That's when I know that what I'm talking about is important. That I'm not just deluding myself. I get that rush of energy. It's almost like a little pat on the back, a little confirmation. You're on the right path here. You're not just chatting complete shit. I also see flashes of light in the corner of my eye, or in the corners of my eyes. This doesn't really happen on one specific side, although intuitively I wanted to go to the right again. So I think maybe it does happen more on the right than the left, but I know it definitely has happened on the left as well. But this nearly is always out the corner of my eye, nearly always, without fail. In fact, I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time where I've seen a flash of light right in front of me, apart from when I've actually seen full-blown light beings and orbs, but that's a different thing. This is similar to the glitches that I talked about a minute ago. It just feels to me like it's a malfunction, like it shouldn't actually be happening, or at least that it doesn't normally happen. Most people don't perceive it in their waking life, and it's like this flash of light, and and I'll look round and it will be gone. It won't stay. It won't linger, shall we say. The rushes of energy I've been feeling as well recently are like no other. Like, this is the other thing. Just as I close my eyes, It reminded me of another thing. I've been closing my eyes and seeing specks of purple light. It's amazing how much stuff has been happening. I almost forget some things. No, not almost. I do literally forget some things until they happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, and that's been happening as well. And then another thing will happen, I'll be like, yeah, and that as well. It's just like an overload of things, and I can't keep it all categorised. I can't keep it all in the right compartments. It just kind of blurs into this one big experience of just weirdness. I just generally think these days, like, yeah, I experience some pretty weird things, and more often than not, I won't segregate each thing like I'm doing now. But I'm glad I am doing this, to catalogue this, to document it, is definitely a good thing. So the rushes of energy, they've been so intense, so intense, and during interesting moments, like during one of the glitches, during one of the flashes of light, during some sort of epiphany, during a synchronicity, it will always synchronise with something pertinent. There's other things here, but I'm thinking this might be a good place to round it up, because these other things could actually be another video, another type of video. Because I actually want to move on to talking about my lifestyle generally, and how I've gotten to this point of heightened consciousness and heightened awareness, because I don't think it's just happened. Like I said, I think I've always been aware and awake to a certain extent, but there's knowing something, there's understanding something, and then there's experiencing something. And they're three very, very different things. So yeah, I think that'll be a good place to round it up. So, bye for now, I guess. I love you all. Namaste.